Most of us have experienced it, that sudden, brilliant flash of inspiration that keeps you awake for hours. But within days, or even minutes, that spark often fades into useless dust before you even find a way to plug it in. Ideas are abundant, yet they rarely survive the transition into the physical world. We often assume the bridge between a thought and a finished product is built on luck or rare opportunity. However, looking at the habits of those who consistently produce high-value work suggests that turning an idea into wealth is a repeatable sequence of psychological transitions. This model, titled The Formula of Creation, maps those transitions. It treats the human mind as a processing unit that must filter a thought through specific layers before it can become a tangible outcome. Without a system to guide it, an idea is just a mental simulation. It lacks the weight to affect the real world. To see how this works, we have to start with the raw material that enters the top of the system. At the top rim of the funnel, you have three primary inputs: raw ideas, your own communication, and the feedback you receive from others. These inputs must first clear the M filter, mindset. In the diagram, the Chinese translation describes this as a mental imprint. Your mindset acts as the primary frame. It tests the raw idea against your own beliefs about what is possible or worth the effort. If your internal framing is built on the assumption that a goal is impossible, the process stops here. The funnel clogs because you cannot commit to a thought you've already dismissed. If the idea clears that first hurdle, it moves to the second filter, emotion. In this model, emotion is the byproduct of mindset. When you believe an idea is viable and valuable, that frame generates the urgency and resolve needed to keep the idea moving down the funnel. These two internal layers dictate the direction of your energy. Without clarity and resolve at the top, the physical work further down lacks the drive to overcome even minor obstacles. Once an idea has been psychologically processed, it enters the external world. This is where we find A for actions. This is the translation of mental energy into physical work. Because actions sit below mindset and emotion, their quality is dictated by the layers above. Scattered thoughts and hesitant emotions lead to inconsistent, ineffective actions. Only after clearing these filters do we reach the bottom of the funnel, R for results. A result is the residue of the entire process. It is the physical accumulation of actions that were directed by a specific mindset and sustained by emotion. This suggests that if you are unhappy with your current output, you cannot simply do more. You have to check for a blockage higher up in the sequence. When the entire system is aligned, the output at the bottom takes on a specific form. Look at the spout. Surviving are a coin and a heart. Wealth is the external result. Joy, the internal residue of an aligned mindset. This is the formula of creation. The character isn't waiting for luck. They are inspecting the machinery of their progress. If you stop viewing success as a random occurrence and start viewing it as the output of this funnel, you gain the ability to troubleshoot your own stagnation. By refining your mindset and aligning your emotions with your efforts, you create the conditions where wealth and joy are the natural, final stage of the process.